Coming up on ET Canada, Too Hot for the Movies, the film pushing the limits. Lindsay Lohan back behind bars, and the Kardashians coming out firing.
Now, Entertainment Tonight Canada, part of the most watched entertainment news franchise in the world.
How you doing, Sydney, kid?
Kim answers her critics.
I'm in a tough situation.
As her family shoots down claims Kim married for the money.
Did they net or gross any amount of money?
That's really ridiculous that I have to even defend that.
Justin Bieber's baby controversy. The woman who claims he fathered her child. What Justin's camp is saying tonight.
David Rocco's Amalfi Coast.
This is actually probably the nicest place on the Amalfi Coast, Ravello.
The adventure continues. We've got food, fun,
And cows.
he said cows. What are we doing here?
That's right, cows.
Is teen dream Justin Bieber really a dad? We're investigating this shocking accusation in moments. I'm Cheryl Hickey.
And I'm Rick Campanelli in gorgeous Italy, where my good friend, celebrity chef David Rocco and I will be milking a cow and sampling some formaggio. That's all coming up in minutes.
Milking a cow. This I have to see. But right now we're going to say ciao to Italy for a moment and head to Australia, where Kim Kardashian insists she really did marry for love. She's speaking out for the very first time about her scandalous split.
I would never marry for a TV show, for money, for anything like that. And I think that's really ridiculous that I have to even, kind of defend that.
Kim takes on her critics on a radio show down under.
I mean, in a tough situation, I think I'm trying to do the best that I can. And, it's actually kind of an escape to be able to come here.
The reality star keeps her composure as she discusses the end of her happily ever after.
There's really no easy way to go through something like this. I mean, I don't think that I'm really ready to go into, the details of really what went on in my marriage.
The appearance was just hours after a chaotic scene that really looked like something out of a movie.
Off. Keep going.
A Kardashian in danger. Kim tried to navigate the paparazzi-infested airport in Sydney. Police escorts doing their best to keep the embattled reality queen safe. While the weeklies continue to speculate, Kim continues to fight off each and every rumor, taking to her blog, writing, "I got caught up with the hoopla and the filming of the TV show that when I probably should have ended my relationship, I didn't know how to and didn't want to disappoint a lot of people." Spilling her heart out, Kim apologizes for hurting anyone and asks fans to respect her courage, adding, "I felt like I was on a roller coaster and couldn't get off when I know I probably should have. I want a family and babies and a real life so badly that maybe I rushed into something too soon." As for the wedding gifts from the 440 guests, she'll be donating the money to the Dream Foundation charity, a figure that is reportedly around $200,000.
Kim, how you doing, Sydney, kid?
As her world comes crumbling down, it's business as usual for Kim and her sister Chloe, seen here arriving at the launch of their new handbag collection. Kim, noticeably upset, never cracking a smile.
I just think there's so many different rumors out there that at some point, I don't care who you are, it's going to get to you. The people don't know, what the truth. They just make up what they want and they run with it.
Thousands of miles across the globe in New York City, her mother, Chris, fights back tears on The View.
And of course, as her mom, I'm with my girls, through thick and thin. And it's tough. Sorry, I didn't mean to go to the emotional place, but it's a tough time for the family and for Kim and for, everybody involved. It's really hard to go through this on such a public stage.
Chris clarifies that despite reports, Kim didn't make any money from the TV wedding.
Kim definitely, made money from the pictures. She made money from this and that. We all got our shooting fees from doing a show. The money that she made went to the wedding. She still owed money to make her fairy tale dream come true. Did they net or gross any amount of money? Absolutely not.
Lindsay Lohan's second chances are over. She's going back to jail. We have the very latest.
You admit that you violated probation by failing to obey all orders of the court with respect to both things that the city attorney represented.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're to serve 30 days in the county jail now.
Lindsay is heading back behind bars for getting kicked out of the downtown women's shelter and missing some therapy sessions. The troubled star must turn herself over to authorities by November 9th. It said she would serve only 6 out of the 30-day sentence, but she could check in and out in a matter of minutes because of jail overcrowding.
Miss Lohan, like I said, I'm giving you the keys.
The judge making it very clear, no house arrest. No leaving the country unless it's family or work-related. Lindsay must complete a total of 53 days at the morgue and 18 psychotherapy sessions by March 29th. If she doesn't, it's back to jail for another 270 days. Now Team Bieber is on damage control tonight, fighting claims from a young mom that the teen superstar is the daddy of her baby.
But I just keep on saying,
baby, baby, baby. Uh-oh. Justin Bieber's a dad? In Star Magazine's exclusive, the California mom claims Bieber fathered her 3-month-old son, Tristan. She says her baby was conceived in a bathroom backstage following a concert at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. And now she's taking legal action, demanding he take a paternity test. A court hearing has been set for later this year, but Justin's reps are calling the allegations malicious, defamatory, and false, saying, quote, "We will vigorously pursue all available legal remedies to defend and protect Justin." Meanwhile, he took to Twitter insisting he's not the father. "I'm going to ignore the rumors and focus on what is real, an opportunity to help by doing what I love. Judge me on the music."
Now on to Bieber's girlfriend, Selena Gomez. She just wrapped her Canadian tour and is jet-setting over to Ireland to host the MTV Europe Music Awards. And she told us, yes, making time for her very famous boyfriend is a bit of a challenge.
How do you find time to make time in your relationship?
Well, that's with everything. My family's in Texas and other people are traveling. My friend Taylor's in Nashville, so it's like everything is spread out, and that's where it definitely gets really stressful with everybody that I love.
I love you like a love song, baby.
Despite very hectic schedules, Selena and Justin made time for a date night during one of her recent tour stops in Winnipeg.
It's about taking those times, carefully. Like, obviously I'll have 2 or 3 days, so then I'll take advantage of those 2 or 3 days, and I squeeze time.
And dating the most popular teenager in the world has its downfalls, including death threats on Twitter from Justin's fans. How do you deal with sometimes, I guess, the feedback that people have, I guess, when you were dating a certain somebody and people were just like, no, why is she dating him? How do you deal with that?
It's obviously not easy,
right?
Getting criticized for every single thing that you're doing in your life. It makes growing up a little bit harder, but I don't really pay attention to it.
The 19-year-old does make the best of being on the road, though, and has learned a thing or two about Canadian fast food culture. All right, Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts?
Tim Hortons.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like their Caesar chicken wrap, and I like their donuts.
Right now on etcanada.com, a new Michael Jackson documentary. We're on set with George Clooney in Hawaii, and our reality show couples cursed, our reality romance report card. Log on now to etcanada.com.
November means guest stars galore on your favorite primetime shows, beginning tonight with Gwyneth Paltrow's mom playing Christina Applegate's mom on Up All Night.
Is it me? Or did Angie nail this sog paneer?
Well, I do make my own cheese, Wink. I'm sort of this overbearing mother who is a psychiatrist and really thinks she's the cat's pajamas.
And she's already won the heart of co-star Will Arnett.
Blythe Danner, who's just fantastic. And it's really exciting to have her on our show. She's such a great actor and amazing performer, and on top of it, just completely lovely person.
Angie, Dean, how are you?
I had the most intense experience today when a woman walked up to me and said that I changed her life. How are you?
This is our first show.
Very early on in this 17-year run.
How did you manage to beat the disbarment proceeding?
Oh, please, Harry. Even you managed to swat aside our anemic little bar when they called you in.
Meanwhile, 24 alum Jean Smart is back as DA Rosanna Remick on Harry's Law tonight on Global.
It's a lovely smile, by the way.
Harry, sweetie, I don't lose. You may have gotten the judge to dismiss a case, but when trials go to verdict, I tend to walk out of the room with this very smile you so love.
You know, nothing says Italian homemade like fresh cheese, a little bit of wine, and the smell of cow manure. I'm here with celebrity chef David Rocco on the Naclerio family farm in Agerola, and I cannot wait to sample some cheese and everything that goes along with it.
Hey, Campanelli, come on, we're gonna milk some cows.
All right.
But come on, with white pants, pantaloni bianchi. He's a city slicker.
No one told me I had to get so physical to taste cheese, but this region is famous for its provolone, and it all begins here with good old Bessie. Now I was ready to see how the experts turn the milk into formaggio.
We're in Agerola, and Agerola is known for two types of cheese. Fior di latte, which is fantastic creamy mozzarella, and they're also their provolone, which is amazing. So these are cheese curds that they put a leavening agent, and now they're gonna put some water here to heat it up so they can create those nice, beautiful mozzarella balls. You stir it up so it can become nice and uniform, and they create that beautiful provolone shape.
Then the real fun begins, and it's all hands-on.
It's provolone from the gods. Try some, try some.
Try some right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
See that?
Wow.
Nice and warm, silky, creamy.
Now watch this art. They twist the cheese and pull it to remove all the air pockets. Then they dry it for about 10 days, and then it cures for 6 months.
That becomes this.
It was time to try some of that fresh cheese, and David had a plan for the provolone.
Now I'm gonna show you a quick recipe. Using leftover stale bread, is you dunk it in water, and you break it up. It's called caponata, caponata napoletana. And then you get wonderful fior di latte cheese. We're just gonna put this cheese right on the dish. Now some cherry tomatoes. So this is all, you know, peasant, rustic cooking. Finish off with some salt and some dried oregano, good olive oil.
Golden milk.
This is oil of the gods. Now just rip up some basil. Now look how beautiful this looks. This is peasant cuisine.
All right, people, this is your chance of a lifetime. We want you to experience the beauty and enjoy the bounty of Italy also. To win a trip for 2 to the Amalfi Coast, flying Alitalia, staying at the Hotel Villa Maria in Ravello, complete with a cooking class, simply go to our website, etcanada.com, right now. Good luck.
Coming up, Neil Patrick Harris has some fatherly tips for Matt.
You're gonna be a great dad.
Then,
I'm kind of emotional right now. This is a breakup.
a primetime starlet ends her marriage. And how far is too far? The new movie causing a major buzz.
TV's new girl has become a single girl and tops tonight's inbox. Her rep says it's true, she and him are over. Zooey Deschanel and Death Cab for Cutie frontman Ben Gibbard are calling it quits after only 2 years of marriage. We're told it was mutual and that there's no third party involved. After being mum for months, Jessica Simpson opens up to Us Weekly about her pregnancy, saying, quote, "We're both thrilled. We can't wait to meet our baby." My week with Marilyn is getting the royal treatment. The Queen is planning on hosting a private viewing for the biopic at Buckingham Palace. Amanda Seyfried is in negotiations to bear it all as Linda Lovelace in one of 2 films being made about the infamous 1970s porn star.
People always say to me, I love you as Samantha on Sex and the City, but you don't look anything like her.
And Kim Cattrall was in Toronto last night to host the P&G Beauty Awards. Now, the star revealed exclusively to us a few beauty tips of her own.
You know, I think that less is more. Softer is better than a harder look.
Tomorrow, a Nickelback exclusive. The network premiere of their new video, When We Stand Together, from their new album, Here and Now, out November 21st.
Oh, I love the smell of fresh lemons, especially after all the cows and cheese. But hey, that's the beauty of Italy. Now, sipping limoncello liqueur is a specialty here, and it's famous in the Amalfi Coast, and celebrity chef David Rocco is gonna show me how to enjoy it as a dessert. I'll give you a hint. It starts with one of these. Every day, Vincenzo Palumbo checks his lemons at Hotel Villa Maria. As the owner of hotels in Ravello, it's a nice break from business.
I want you to smell this. Just rub your thumb,
cut
finger,
it there like
cut
this. Oh, it's so powerful, that smell.
Yeah,
so
sweet.
powerful. A sweet and sour at the same time. Yeah. Time to taste some limoncello.
Now you know this is homemade when a guy puts his limoncello in a water bottle. Okay, he taught me an amazing recipe using limoncello. It's a lemon tiramisu. You want to go make it?
So dessert.
Absolutely. We'll make it and then we'll present it to the professor.
Okay, let's do this.
Andiamo a fare un tiramisu.
Okay.
Ciao, prof.
Okay.
I call this also a lazy man's tiramisu. Okay. Because it can be done in seconds.
Perfect for me then.
Absolutely. Okay, so mascarpone is that beautiful cream cheese.
Yeah. Some lemon zest and lemon juice. I'm a professional lemon squeezer.
Okay, now a little bit of sugar. Now we eyeball it. Farm fresh eggs, that's what you want. Now a little splash.
Yep.
Tell me when.
When I say when? Or when you say when?
Now it's just about mixing it all together.
Yeah.
Now, it's all about preparing our dishes.
2 for me, 1 for you, yes?
Absolutely. A couple of cookies. Just a little bit of lemon zest, and that's it. So I think Professor is going to be proud of this.
I really think he is, yeah.
There you go. Hotel Villa Maria's limoncello tiramisu. And I say we go try it.
Buono, buono.
Well, it must be the limoncello and the lemons.
Yeah.
I take no credit.
For today's recipes and a chance to win a brand new David Rocco Made in Italy cookbook, go to etcanada.com.
Coming up, too steamy for the big screen?
Slowly.
Will shame shock its way to award season? And
I just did some nasty stuff.
Why don't you take your sweater off?
Neil Patrick Harris channels his nasty side for a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas.
Hey there, and welcome back. Now, in 2010, Ryan Gosling's Blue Valentine was originally slapped with an NC-17 rating before it got overturned. This year, a new thriller called Shame gets that same dreaded rating. However, the studio behind the project is embracing its risque reputation.
It seems so bizarre to me that you can, saw somebody's head off or riddle a body with, 1,000 bullets, but God forbid you show a penis on camera.
Yes, Michael Fassbender reveals all in Shame, which resulted in an NC-17 rating. However, critics are already buzzing that this stripped-down role could land him a lot of attention during award season.
It's not going to be exploitative. It's not titillating. It's there to sort of express the state of mind of this character.
Do you want to play?
Your hard drive is filthy. I mean, it is dirty.
Slowly.
Michael stars as a sex addict alongside Carey Mulligan, who plays his troubled sister.
We're family. We're meant to look after each other.
The dark film pushed both actors to their limits, with Carey doing her very first nude scene.
The most important thing then is to just make sure that your partner is comfortable and that, again, you can sort of trust each other in that situation.
Now that you've got that Halloween candy out of your system, right, Neil Patrick Harris wants you to start thinking about Christmas, as in a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. But when he's not making raunchy holiday movies, Neil is really just an old-fashioned dad.
So my birthday's on the 13th, October 13th, so
Nice.
I couldn't help but notice that your twins' birthdays
Indeed.
recently passed.
Yes, indeed.
What was
the birthday, not the twins.
Neil and his partner David Burtka opted to keep the birthday bash for their adopted boys low-key.
Because they're one,
yeah.
They mainly just drool. Like, the whole idea of a present means nothing to them.
Me and my friends always joke around that when your kids turn 3, you just put them in big piñata hats and put dip and chips in there.
Oh, and then you can just, this is a good idea. You're gonna be a great dad.
Speaking of parenting.
Neil and David also star together in a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas.
Why don't you take your sweater off? Oh, no, for a massage. David will tell you, these hands are magical.
It's so hardcore and it's so lewd. I can be filthy, so I went there.
What was Christmas like in your household growing up?
It was amazing. It was snowmen and
presents on Christmas Eve and Santa in the morning and a
Sounds
big breakfast
perfect.
after.
Sounds
It was pretty perfect. I had a really nice upbringing. Now that we have kids, I guess we start our own traditions, hey?
Tomorrow on ET Canada, I'm Rick Campanelli on the Amalfi Coast gets my culinary adventure with celebrity chef David Rocco. Shopping was making me hungry. Time to hit the beach for pasta in Positano. Does it get any better than this?
Mr. Campanelli, welcome to Positano. Only on ET Canada.
Tomorrow. Well, that's it for today. I cannot wait until tomorrow. I get to take an actual cooking course from David. I think on the menu, pasta campanelli. I'll really get to show off my Italian roots. I better go sharpen my knives. Ciao for now from Italia.
Well, after milking a cow, I don't know how you could possibly top yourself, but I look forward to seeing it. Now, tomorrow we stop by the set of Happily Divorced and find out how Fran Drescher worked with her gay ex-husband on creating her new sitcom about a new single gal with her gay ex-husband. Right now, though, we're going to check on what's coming up on the next ET with Nancy O'Dell.
And Cheryl, we have more plastic surgery nightmares. Which stars ruined their lips with too many injections?
Thanks, Nancy, and thanks for watching, everybody. We're going to leave you now with Zooey Deschanel in her band, She and Him, with her song, Why Do You Let Me Stay Here? Have a great night.